Blessings, 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 blessings be unto you. This is Mercedes Work, and welcome to the Sacredness of Healing, an affiliate program of sacredkey.com. And I'm just going to put my hand over my heart here to get us started and coming into our sanctuary. Take a deep breath in with me, please, and exhale. And let's just say, breathe in, I am. Exhale, amen. I want to show you this. I might have to scoot back a little bit. This is a drawing I did about 3 years ago. I don't think it's not dated. And it says here, the earthworm takes a pile of rubbish, turns it into life, nourishment, just by existing and being themselves. No regard to the garbage surrounding them in the compost pile. The earthworm. At the time, medicine that I'd been on had stopped working, although it had worked for almost 2 years longer than we were expecting it. And there was a lot of things happening. I think I was being asked to move again, and my money was limited. I moved into a neighborhood where my friends would say, this is just not optimum. Matter of fact, one of my good friends used me as an example to her grandson about what happens if you don't, if you just don't have money. You have to sort of do what you can. The medicines were adding up, and things were uncertain. That's the word I'll use on a day-to-day basis. And so one day during my communion, I got that reading. And I sat down. The earthworm takes a pile of rubbish and turns it into life and nourishment just by existing and being themselves. And that was so important to me because it was like, that I am present, I am here, just be here now. It was another iteration of that, saying just exist in this moment and know that your existence, just who you are and how you came into being and why you were here, why you're here, or even why this is happening, just release all of that and just be in this pile of uncertainty. And allow it to become fertile ground for my life. And that's one of the insights I've gotten along the way. And that's why I love what I do. I love the insights. I love the blessings. I consider my ability and my gift to get this type of insight one of the gifts of cancer, and it has certainly been a comfort. So there's 2 lessons here. Look to nature. That's why I loved when the earthworm came, because my guidance had been consistent with presenting me with examples of what occurs naturally in nature. Like, I didn't have to put any effort into conjuring up a prayer, conjuring up positive energy, that as I move through this, and this is part of the infrequency work, as I move through just being in the events of the day, we'll call it like that, that my energy, even in this a little bit of state of disrepair, with this disease in my body, my light, my spark, my divinity is enough that I can be the earthworm and just exist and change what is going on around me, right? It was a very important lesson, and I'm saying that because I want to give you another example of being in frequency and how just it's really interesting because what's coming to me right now is it's not even a matter of attuning or trying to figure out where your divine spark is in your in your body. It is a matter of exhaling and literally just being in the event, in the circumstance, in the moment, from a space of non-judgment and non-resistance. For me, that's what, when I'm asked to just be, it is to literally exist in this moment with no expression, no expression, no verbalization, no putting things together, no applying the spiritual laws, literally being in the existence. The other word that comes up a lot, and this is harder, I've had a vision, and this is harder, is to explain, is just being neutral on the continuum when there's only one frequency. I don't know that I mentioned this in that video, but there's one frequency. So the continuum is not fear to love. The continuum is love, and there may be less love present and more love present, but the neutrality, the neutral point, the balance points, radiant soul balancing, that's why we call it that balance point, is where all love and every love exists. And so we just come into this place of being, the state of being in love, the state of being, so the state of existing without any attempts to circumvent or judge or change or deny what is present, other than the frequency of love in this moment, right? So neutrality, non-resistance would be another one. And this is really big for me in my cancer journey, because so much of the language around cancer is, keep fighting, and I don't want to be in that. And when just to make a fist is tension, and I want to be in a place of flow. I want to be able to sit, be in the sitting, keep the language consistent, be in the sitting, exhaling and dropping into the present. And just existing in this moment. Just being in this moment. So if I'm in resistance, or if I'm in a state of non-tolerance and something is hammering away in my psyche and my mind, it's taking that exhalation, the sigh of release. And for me, the solution in nature was the earthworm. And sometimes when I'm dropping into the sitting like that, as I drop in, I'll say, if I can't get there, I'll just breathe the sigh of release and breathe the sigh of release and breathe the sigh of release. And I'm letting that exhalation get longer and longer and longer, taking in an inhalation and then a long exhalation. If something comes up that tenses my body, I'll drop in. I call it the dropping in or the anchoring in. I'll take a deep breath in, and then I'll do 2 exhalations. The exhalation will become 2 parts. So I'll take in inhalation, And then exhale, exhale. So, be like the earthworm. Be in whatever is happening around you with tolerance, balance, neutrality, and flow. Namaste. May you know the divine intimately.